What is up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in. Today is still May the 4th. So, if you're a big Star Wars fan, just like me, May the 4th be with you. If not, look it up. It's the best shit ever. So, as I promised, today we are going to be installing the RACELAND Primo Coilovers, which I received the other day from RACELAND, so I could test them out. And now, let's get straight to this video, because it's going to be a good one. Check it out. Alright guys, so I got the first wheel off. So I'm going to show you guys how to take out the front coilover and the rear just on one side, so you guys don't get bored with too much footage of the same shit. So let's get into that right now. So what you're going to need is a 17mm, probably extended would be best, and either a breaker bar or an impact gun if you have it. I don't, so I'm going to just be using this. And you're going to need those for the two big bolts and nuts. That's what I'm going to show you right now. And then you're going to need a 17mm wrench, 12mm for the brake lines. So I'll show you that as well right now. Alright, so what you're going to do, so get the wrench on the bolt back here. Then you're going to loosen this nut, just like that. So let's just do both of them first. There we go. Alright, so let's loosen this up. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is take off this line right here. And then we have the brake line right here as well. So we're going to be removing that. Just pull it down, get it out the way, and now we could take off these, but we're gonna do that once we take off the bolts up top. So let's get up there. So what we're gonna have here is three 12mm bolts, and then once you take these off, you should be able to pull the strut down and remove those two bolts as well. And that's pretty much it. So let's loosen those up right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take off this bolt and the one on the bottom. Alright, so be careful, because this thing will just fall down all crazy. So luckily I left two nuts up top just in case it wanted to fall down right away, but good thing it didn't. So now let's remove those, and then this should come out. There we go. This is the coilover system that we took off. Now it's time to put on the new one. So it's pretty much straightforward. Just like how you removed it is how you're going to put it back on. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I also have a hammer just holding everything up for me. Alright, so now it's time to install the new coilover. Cool thing is that they give you new hardware, so I'm going to be putting that new hardware up top. So now let's just get one in there, and then we'll figure out the height and then the preload as well. Alright, so now let's get it in. And don't forget to put your brackets on. What I figured out is we're gonna be putting them against the bottom bolt. If you can see, let me see if you can see. So we're gonna be putting them right here, right before we put the nut on. So one right here and one in the back, and make sure the nut part is facing the inside of it, so it could work out. Okay, so let's do that now. The bolt for the, I believe this is the speed sensor. So we're gonna just leave it loose right now, and then we'll tighten up everything. Now it's time to hook up the brake line. Hook up this one right here. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the top one in, and we should be good to go. Then I'll start tightening up everything. Alright, you guys, so what we're gonna do right now is set the preload for the coilovers. I'm not sure if it's the same for other coilovers, but I know for Raceland this is how they want you to set it. So what you do is you get this loose, and then once it gets tight like that, so where it doesn't move up and down, so it needs a little bit more. There you go. So you don't want it to move up and down at all. So then what you're gonna do is put the locking one all the way up, just to mark where it's supposed to be, where it was. So then you're gonna move this one up to have enough space between both of these for this Spaniard wrench to fit in it. So that's, my Spaniard wrench fits in there. So now I'm gonna do is just lock it. So I'm gonna get the little one and then the big one and lock it up. There it goes, so that's locked. And this one, you just have to adjust your height, and this is the locking nut. So whatever height you want it at, you can set it at that. So now I'm gonna just move this all the way down to about that level, and that should be the height that I want, and if not, then I could just adjust it later. So let me do that. Alright, so since it's at the right height that I want, I'm gonna tighten this one now, the little locking nut. And we're good to go. So now we're gonna start on the rear, so let's get into that. Alright, so you're gonna have to just take off 2 bolts, just like the front. So it's gonna be these 2, and then for the rear. Alright, so what you're gonna do is remove 1 bolt right here for the bottom seat, and then the same on that side. It's gonna be about right there. Then you pop that seat out. Then you're gonna take off this bolt for the rear part of the seat. It's gonna be this bolt. and then this one right here, and then the other one is gonna be right there. So you just take those off, pull the seat out, and then what you're gonna have is these. So you're gonna have 1, 2, and then 3 bolts. 3 bolts at the top, remove those, and then you'll be replacing the same thing. So let's get into that right now. Alright, so I remove those 2 bolts. Now I'm gonna do the top. I'm gonna see if I could get a good angle for you guys, but if not, then just know that you have to remove those 3. And then just remove it. Alright, so now it's time to install the new one. So we're just gonna place it in. Alright, now one more thing. You have to make sure and put this bracket. This is for the brake line. So the clip's gonna go on here. I don't know if you can see it. So the clip's gonna go right here. And then what I did is I put it here, let me show you. I put it on this bottom screw, just like that, and then they'll be able to hold it right here. So then you just put the nut on that. Put the nut right there, and then put the nut on the top one. Put this brake line on, and make sure your preload is right, and then tighten up your height, the height that you want, and you'll be good to go. So now I'm gonna just put you on the time lapse. Alright, so yesterday I had to leave real quick, so I didn't finish off the video, so now I'm gonna just finish it off and show you guys what I did. And basically where I was at, I was tightening up these bolts up top, and I also added the extender for the dampening, which is just it's just a little Allen bolt right here. So that's pretty cool. And then so now what I need to do is put back the seats. Oh, and also an easier way to get to this last bolt right here is to remove this bolt for the seat belt, and it'll give you a little bit more room to play with. So after that, I just tightened everything down right there. So put the wheels back on. Make sure all the bolts were tight. The 2 bottom bolts for the coilovers, then the top ones, and that's pretty much it. So now I'm just right now is the next day, so now I'm just adjusting the height that I want. Oh, and also just in case you guys wanted to see the welds that got done right there. So now I just have to put the seam sealer and fix that, and then whole lot of work needs to be done in this project, so should be a good one. So now I'm gonna just adjust the height, and then I'm gonna go on the test run, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. So far they look really good. I want to give a big shout out to RACELAND again for letting me get these. So if you haven't already, follow my Instagram. I always show little previews of what video I'm doing, so you guys could have saw this or a little clip of it. before anyone else. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, because there's still a lot more work to be done to this that you can see. And me being under the car, I saw even more stuff that I need to fix. So trust me, you're not gonna want to miss none of this stuff. Comment down below if you guys like this video, what I could have done different maybe, or for the next future videos. So right now I'm gonna get to adjusting the height of my car, see how I like it, and I'll let you guys know in the next video. Till then, it's your boy Tony, and don't forget to live. Peace.